In this What If, we will talk about what if the Avatar had a rival. Because no bender really competes with the Avatar. Even the most powerful benders of each element, like Ozai and Bumi, or even Toph, fail to fight on the level of the Avatar. Bloodbending also gets countered by the Avatar state. In this What If, it starts off 10,000 years ago, where the idea is that we fuse human, bender with the spirit, potentially allowing them to gain more knowledge. So, it starts off 10,000 years ago, when harmonic convergence was a time when the first avatar, which is Wan, fuses with Rava. This time, when Wan gets banished from the village, a person named Zai hears of this and wonders, could there be life further beyond what their current conditions are? He decides he should go and seek the knowledge of the lion turtle to get bending, so he can see what life is like living in the wilderness where the spirits are. He decides he should, and he tells his family that he's going to seek a better life from this village, as the 20-year-old goes to the lion turtle to give him firebending. He tells the lion turtle that he should be banished and be able to keep bending. The lion turtle realizes a new age is arriving soon, so the lion turtle agrees. As he is sent into the wilderness, it is scary at first, much like how Wan was treated badly by the spirits, but upon closer inspection, a day or two, he realizes he is staying faithful and not destroying the place like other people. He meets a kind spirit that guides him and saying it will be fun to travel together. Zai accepts the offer and begins exploring the wilderness, where they eventually meet Wan. Wan is shocked at how another person managed to escape the terrible conditions of the village. Zai tells Wan that he is very lucky to be living a better life. Zai asks Wan to join him. Also, during this time, Zai tells Zai gets told about how they need to recapture Vaatu, as he is a very evil spirit. Zai is interested in his journey, so we get to see Wan and Zai explore the world. Zai and Wan eventually meet the humans again, and this time Wan meets a person who he knew before he was banished. So at this point, humans tell them they are here to wipe out the spirits. Both Wan and Zai are against this and try to stop it, but before that begins, the darkness consumes the spirits and they begin fighting. Wan realizes he won't have enough power to fight them off, so he tells Rava to combine their powers and merge. For the first time, Zai also wants to do the same with his spirit, which is somewhat like Rava, but way weaker. But they still have a little bit of power. So they combine, and there's no power boost yet. Wan airbends himself up into the air and tells the human and spirits they need to stop fighting. Zai tries to replicate it, but he doesn't have the skill yet, only using firebending to help Wan out. Even though the spirit didn't, even though they fused with the spirit, it did nothing power-wise. So what is the purpose, he asks himself. And the spirit tells him, you'll find out later. As Zai falls out of the, after Wan falls out of the avatar state and collapses to the ground, shortly after, the same thing happens with Zai. The spirit with Zai also has to leave, but has less of a dangerous effect on Zai, as the spirit is not as powerful, so he still has the strength to catch Wan. As they both evacuate the scene, after some time Wan wakes up and asks Zai what happened, and the humans and spirits continued to fight. It was such a blur, I could not remember what happened next, said Zai. I saw Rava getting smaller and was wondering what was happening, and it was probably the growing amount of dark spirits. One then says, "We need to stop Vaatu. We could travel to the spirit world," says Rava, which they both do so as One and Zai travel to the spirit world where they meet Vaatu and prepare for battle, with One and Zai both using firebending as the battle intensifies. Both One and Zai both get hit by Vaatu hitting the ground. Then you realize that Vaatu might be a lot harder to fight. So, Zai and One both combine using their own spirits. While One travels high speeds using an air cloud, Zai tries to use the same using fire jets, but it is too slow as he gets hit and launched near One. With Zai and One both on the ground from the danger of fusing with the spirit too long, One says they have to fight, and One decides to fight for Zai too, as he realizes that Zai is barely awake. However, to his surprise, Zai gets up unscathed, only feeling a bit bruised. Well, One is too focused to notice Zai get up as he gets near Vaatu, continuing to fight him with Rava being still combined. Zai too uses his fire jets to get close near One, but just as soon as he gets close, Vaatu tells One that harmonic convergence is about to begin, as the two beams of light connect, forming a bridge. One touches the bridge and becomes bonded with Rava forever. Noticing this, the Zai does the same thing, as his spirit is a bit less draining, but the same thing also happens to him with his spirit saying will be protected forever, as they both fight Vaatu, winning the tides, eventually sealing Vaatu. As victory is won, One and Zai are both proud that they managed to win the fight, so they then try to prevent Vaatu from escaping the spirit worlds, as One seals it off to prevent a human from freeing Vaatu ever again. So, with Zai and One returning back to the world, as they both want to serve their own mission to protect the world, and while One may be a more powerful force, Zai has one trick up his sleeve, which is the power to live 10,000 years until the next decision is made in another harmonic convergence. Zai is disappointed on how he doesn't have the same powers as One, but One cheers him up, saying that it is maybe a different gift, which it is. With these two, they continue to explore history as they fight for peace. However, as the years go by, One is approaching the end of his life. Zai is still the same. The decades ago, realizing this, One realizes maybe this is your spirit's power to keep you alive and to assist the Avatar. As One says his last words, Zai said, "You will never meet him again." As One is told by Rava that he will be reincarnated as another person, which is another lifetime. With Zai receiving this information, he realizes that he must do the century quest of locating the next avatar and befriending them. So the thing is, there's not much information on the next avatar after One, so we're gonna have to skip forward. So let's say, as Zai, the immortal being given a gift from the spirits, continues training and helping the world, as an intense competition forms between Avatar, as they both have their own goals and they do not think alike as One, even though that they're just a reincarnation. Centuries pass as we reach an Avatar named Yang Chen. By this point in time, Zai was seen as inferior compared to the Avatar that was way more powerful. But the thing is, he still trains and he develops his own secret techniques, yet to be perfective, but he wants to train more to unlock it. As he disagrees with some avatars, as they are not the same person who he originally knew, he hides away from society as he trains his bending. Every 100 years, he checks to see if there is a better avatar that's similar to Wan. He meets Kyoshi, which was a very tough avatar, and the same thing happens. And then he realizes it's time to start his own nation or own village, which he does. He says, "When I beat the Avatar, I will do whatever it takes to do whatever acts I deem corrupt," says Zai.